to create the life you deserve and desire with my Couch to Healthy 12-week wellness program. In this program, you'll learn how to create the mindset needed for better health, healthy eating habits, proper exercise using the slow, easy method to burn fat, and some of the best strategies to get and stay motivated. The program is now 50% off for a very limited time. Click on the link in the show notes to learn more. Do you desire to live a happier, healthier, more fulfilled life? In today's episode, I'm addressing 4 key life questions that, when you have clear answers to, will help you live that life of greater purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. What are those 4 questions, and what do their answers mean for you and your life? Take a listen now to find out. Hi, and welcome everybody. Thanks so much for joining me here today, whether you're watching this on the YouTube video episode or if you're listening to this in your car on one of the podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Google, or any of those. Thank you so much for being here. And I wanted to just come on here today. It's just going to be me, yours truly, Coach Brad, and talking about something that I know a lot of people, I think, are confused about and still have questions about and lack a lot of certainty about. And that is the question, what is your true purpose in life? And I don't want to be a little bit misleading with that question because it's kind of a question within a question. And I'll get to that, what I mean by that, in just a second. So if that was a little confusing there, don't worry about that too much. But I know so many of us we're here on this planet and we're playing the game of life and we're going about it to the best of our ability, and we're doing what we can, when we can, how we can, where we can. And I know I've been on this crazy journey too, and I've met so many of you and talked to so many people from all walks of life. And a couple of things that we all have in common is, we all want to live that life of greater fulfillment, of greater happiness, of greater joy, and of course, greater purpose. And I've heard so many people say, if I just knew my purpose in life, life would be grand and life would be better and all of that. If I could just, know and understand what my purpose is, I would have that life of fulfillment and joy and passion. And I'll say it definitely helps along the road of life, the path of life, when you do have an understanding of your purpose. But I'm going to get into today that your purpose is not probably what you think it is, and your purpose in life, especially your true purpose in life, is not what most people think it is. When most people think of that question, what is your purpose in life? Most people are trying to think of something that it is that they do. And you'll see here in just a moment that what I mean by purpose in life is something actually different. And it's something a lot more satisfying, a lot more fulfilling, and brings a lot more satisfaction in life. So our purpose in life is not necessarily something that we do, but our purpose in life is something that we are, and it's how we show up. And so in order to answer that question, well, what is my purpose in life? And more specifically, what is my true purpose in life? Notice I add the word true there. To get to our true purpose in life and to get to that life of what I think is greater clarity, greater understanding, more fulfillment, happiness, joy, those common denominators that all of us want, I think there's 4 questions that we have to ask ourselves, and then we have to take the time to really sit down and I don't want to say think about these questions, but allow these questions to kind of play in our conscious mind, even our subconscious mind, and just kind of allow the answers to come to us when they are meant to be. So I'm going to go through what these 4 questions are. And if you're watching this on video right now, you're definitely going to want to get a notepad and a piece of paper and write these questions down. If you're listening to this on the radio or something like that, or maybe not the radio, but the internet, podcast, Apple, Spotify, one of those, later on when you're in a safe area, not right now if you're driving or if you're out walking with your dog or something like that, you're going to want to write these questions down. And then later on, when you have a chance, sit down with them, kind of ponder them, meditate on them, and kind of toss them around and see what you think. They're 4 fun questions. I've had a lot of fun with these questions, and I've certainly worked on myself a lot to answer these questions. But I believe having an understanding of these 4 questions is going to lead to what I call understanding and knowing your true purpose in life. All right, so enough of that. What are the 4 questions? Okay, question number 1 that you want to ask yourself in order to understand your true purpose in life is this: who are you? Okay, that's the question. Who are you? Now, the answer to this question is, drum roll please, your purpose in life. Because you see, your purpose in life is to be who you are. Your purpose in life is not what you do, but your purpose in life is who you are, and it's how you're showing up. And so your purpose in life is to be who you are. Okay, that's the first part of it. That's all I'm going to give you with that first question, because there's actually a little bit more, but I'm not going to get into that now. I'm going to save that for another episode. So again, if you're watching this on video, take some time, go ahead and write that question down. Who are you? Or, first person, who am I? And the way I approach this question is through simple journaling. I just kind of wrote it on a piece of paper, left the question out there, and then I just started writing, and I just let the pen flow and just kind of let the answers come to me. And it's a pretty incredible experience. So again, if you're watching this on video, you can hit pause with your notebook there and your pen, write that question, who are you? Take a deep breath and just do a little bit of free writing and see what comes to you, or you can do that later. If you're listening to this, again, I highly advise later on when you're in a safe place, not driving again, that you can definitely go back and write this question down. All right, so the second question is, and it seems like an easy question, but a lot of people have trouble answering the second question. But again, those things that we all have in common, we want a life of higher meaning and purpose, a life of greater joy, a life of greater fulfillment, then I believe we've got to really dive into this second question. And question number 2 is, what do you want in life? So what do you want? What do you want in life? Seems like a fairly straightforward question, but a lot of people have a hard time answering this question. Now here's a little hint. The first question I asked, who are you? The answer to that question is your purpose in life. And remember, your purpose in life is to be who you are. But again, most people think the purpose is something that they do. Okay, that's not true. What you do is what you want in life. What you want in life, that is what I call your mission in life, or your calling in life, okay? That thing that you're looking to do in life. That is the answer to the question, what do you want in life? And a very easy way to answer that is, what brings you the most joy? Okay, there's an old saying, if you want to have that higher life, that more fulfilled life, follow your joy. Okay, I've also been told follow your peace. I like the word joy, but if you follow your joy, where does it lead you? What do you want, and where is that joy leading you? And the answer to that question is the doing, that occupation that most people are looking to do. And again, I call that your calling in life. Some people call it your mission in life. And by the way, at the end of this, I will give you the answers to these questions from myself personally, and perhaps that will help you out. So question number 3. Okay, again, if you're watching this on video, you can hit the pause button, take a few minutes, journal that question, what do you want in life? And again, if you're listening to this on podcast somewhere, on your headphones, driving, something like that, go ahead and at another time, jot that question down. So now, question number 3, again, it seems like such an easy question, but a lot of people have a hard time with this. And again, what we're trying to do today is get to our true purpose in life. And again, I'm going to explain a little bit more about that true word, because there's the question, what is your purpose in life? But what is your true purpose in life, okay? So the third question is, why do you want what you want? It seems pretty easy and straightforward, but wherever your joy is taking you in life, okay, maybe that is your passion. It's not always necessarily your passion, but maybe it is. But whatever you were put on this planet to do, that's question number 2. What do you want in life? That's that thing that you were put on this planet to do. Okay, question number 3 is, why do you want what you want? Okay, what is your why behind that? Okay, so go ahead and, again, if you're watching this on video on YouTube, go ahead and jot that question down. And there's a lot of great resources out there to help with this particular question. I have a particular exercise I do to help out with this question. It's called the 7 Levels of Why exercise. And you're more than welcome to reach out to me. You can DM me or email me, info@trainingwithcoachbrad.com. And I'm happy to work with you on that exercise, the 7 Levels of Why. But the third question, why do you want what you want? And it's imperative that you have an answer to this question. And again, these are not questions that you try to think of the answer to. If you're trying to think in your mind, oh, what's the answer? What's the answer? You're going to get answers that, your brain will come up with an answer, but it's not going to be something that really resonates with you. So each time that you have an answer to this question, it should really feel like a deep aha moment, like the light bulb went off, an epiphany, a realization, something like that, oh, that's the answer to this question. And when you have that feeling, that light bulb moment type of a feeling, then you've got clarity, you've got alignment, and that you've got an answer that really resonates with you to that question. If you don't have that, then chances are you've got an answer, but it's not really the highest answer. It's not really the truest answer. So that's part of what I mean when I say find your true purpose. So those are the first 3 questions, okay? So who are you? And again, the answer to that question is your purpose in life. Your purpose in life is to be who you are. Question number 2, what do you want? The answer to that question is that thing that you were put on this planet to do, your calling in life. And then question number 3 is, why do you want what you want? And the fourth and final question is very simply, where are you going? And what I mean by this question is, who do you see yourself being in life? Who do you see yourself being a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? And a little trick, a little hint to help yourself answering this question is find a role model. Find someone who's living the life that you want, doing what you want to do, and say, okay, I am being whatever that person is being, but you're not being a copycat or an imitation or anything like that. It's about being your own self. It's about being your own version. Okay, so for me, the answer to this question is I'm being my own version of a speaker, author, and coach. Okay, there's a ton of role models out there that I look to. Wayne Dyer is one. Tony Robbins is another one. These are just a couple of them. But I look at them and say, okay, where am I going? I'm going to that level. Okay, I am my own version, my own speaker, author, coach version of that right now. Okay. And a little hint, it's not I'm going there, it's I'm already there. The universe kind of works when you know that you're already there versus saying you're going there. Because when you say you're going there, it's kind of like it's always in the future. But when you say I am there now, so I am X, Y, and Z, I am my own version of, let's say, a Wayne Dyer or a Tony Robbins, just throwing out some names here, or a Jack Canfield. Okay, I'm playing on that level, and I am my own version of that in terms of being a speaker, author, and coach. Now, this is what I mean by your true purpose in life. The answer to those 4 questions constitutes what I call your true purpose in life. Okay? And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the pause button. Go ahead, write that question down. Do a little bit of journaling on it. Again, if your journaling isn't flowing, if you're having to force it, you're probably too much in your head. You really want to answer all 4 of these questions. And again, this goes for anyone listening to this on the podcast right now. You want to really answer all 4 of these questions from your heart. Definitely not from your head. That old saying here definitely applies. Think with your head, you're dead. Feel with your heart, you're smart. So you want to make sure that you're answering all these questions from your heart. But it's funny, these are 4 questions, and I know so many people, struggling in life. They want the fulfillment, the happiness, and they don't have an idea or a really clear answer on these 4 questions. But if you take time and do the work, and what I mean by doing the work is that you commit to yourself, your personal growth, your personal development, We're looking at between 10 and 30 minutes here on these questions, just to sit down and be with them. And if you don't get something, put your pen and paper down, come back the next day or another day, okay? But we're talking not very much time, 20, 30 minutes for your personal growth, your personal development. And answering these 4 questions, it's going to give you a leg up on that living that more purposeful life. I didn't have answers to these questions for a lot of time. So I said I would give you my own answer to these questions. So let's go back and review them again. So who are you? Okay. My answer to that, and this may resonate with some folks and it may not resonate with other folks, but my answer to that, who am I? I am love, health, and happiness. That's who I am. And so remember I said your purpose is to be who you are, not what you do. Your purpose is not what you do. So my purpose is to be a source of love, health, and happiness. Your purpose is to be a source of who you are, to be a light of who you are. Okay, somebody said somewhere, ye are the light of the world. Okay, your purpose is to be that light. An answer to that question, who are you? Okay. Question number 2 then, what do you want? Okay, I want to help others be, do, have, and live their best life. That's why I do my podcast. That's why I do my coaching. That's why I do my spiritual practitioner trainings and studies. Why I give weekly talks, or almost weekly, maybe actually monthly talks at my church. All those sorts of things. Okay, what I want is to help others, to support others in their journey to be, do, have, and live their best life, okay? Life is all about that first part, that being. Who are you being, okay? And then in that third question, why do you want what you want? Again, I had to go through that 7 levels of exercise to answer this question, okay? But why do I want what I want? It's very simple, because I want to build other leaders. Okay, my why is to build, influence, inspire, motivate other leaders to be, do, have, and live their best life. And that is the why. Having your why is what's going to help keep you motivated. It's what's going to help keep you focused. It's what's going to prevent you from falling off the horse. That's that expression. Well, once you fall off the horse, lose motivation, how do you get back on? If you have an understanding of your why, you're not going to lose motivation. That's the exciting part. You're not going to lose motivation. You're going to know your why. Okay, and that why is going to keep you on the focus. Now, if that why isn't resonating with you, if it's not giving you goosebumps, then if you've done the 7 levels of why exercise, you may have to go to level 8, level 9, level 10. Again, DM me, info@trainingwithcoachbrad.com, and I can help you with that. I've done that 7 levels of why exercise before in other areas of my life, and I've had to go to like level 15 or 20. But you keep going until you get that why that really resonates with you. Okay, and then the last question is, where are you going in life? Okay, this is your vision in life. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned that before, but question number 4, where are you going? The answer to this question is your vision in life. Okay, that is the person that you see yourself being, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So who do I see myself being a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? I see myself being my own version of a Wayne Dyer, of a Jack Canfield, of a Tony Robbins, of a Mark Divine, there's a bunch of different names out there I could give, but I see myself being my own version of that. Now here's a little trick too, to the universe, okay? It's not necessarily that I see myself being that, is that I am already that. Okay, that's a big difference. I have that vision in my head, okay, of what the life of a speaker and an author and a coach and all of that looks like. And so that is my vision. And so again, with these 4 questions, you get an understanding of your purpose in life, your mission in life, why you were put on this, to do the thing you were put on this planet to do, your why, okay, and your vision. Who do you see yourself being, okay? And these 4 questions combined is what leads to that life of alignment, and that life of alignment, it leads to what so many of us are looking for, that health, that energy, that happiness, and that more fulfillment. So I hope you've gotten something out of this today. If you've enjoyed anything, be sure and DM me. You can always find me on Instagram, Training with Coach Brad. You can email me, info@trainwithcoachbrad.com. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching at home on YouTube if you're watching there. If you're listening on podcast, again, take the time to do these questions. You've got 20, 30 minutes of your life to dedicate to yourself and your personal growth. And I hope sincerely that you will take the time to do that, to commit and go through these questions. And if you need help with these 4 questions, that's what I'm here for. Reach out to me. A lot of these answers I talk about in other parts of my podcast too. Check out episode number 60 that I just recorded. That we talk about how to be the one to attract the one, okay? But I've got a ton of good information in my podcast. So if you are listening to this on podcast, I would also definitely appreciate you hit that subscribe button and leave me a 5-star review. Thanks so much again for listening, everyone. Until next time, be well, be safe, be happy, eat ice cream.